Hello there, guitar lovers of the internet, Metallica lovers, James Hetfield fans. Boy, have I got something for you today. It's none other than the brand new for 2022 ESP LTD James Hetfield signature snakebite in, I think this is how you pronounce it, Kuiu Camo Satin. Kuiu being a company that I believe manufactures hunting equipment, etc. Something that James himself is obviously into, and they inspired this camo design seen here on this lovely, lovely striking guitar in a beautiful satin finish. It's sleek. There's something very, very James Hetfield about it, and as you can already tell, I'm having an absolute blast on it. So in this video, we're gonna have a talk about the specs. We're gonna listen to some tones, and basically just go over the whole guitar and have some fun with it. So again, my name is Ollie Roy. If you have any questions in the comments, just let me know. I'll be happy to answer, help however I can. Otherwise, let's jump right into it. So the Snakebite has been around for a while. It's currently available, I believe, in Snow White and Black Satin. There was a, Hetfield fans will be aware of the killer purple quilt maple top baritone model that was out for a little bit. That was killer as well. But as far as production models, Black Satin, Snow White, and now this Kuiu Camo Satin. So the specs are the same as the other guitars. They haven't really changed anything, but you know, if you don't already own a Snakebite, or if you're looking for a really, really cool addition to the collection, they've given you one. Starting off with the body specs, as you can see, it has a satin finish, super, super comfortable, especially, you know, for your forearm resting here. One thing to bear in mind is that a satin finish is going to get shiny as time goes on though. So if you're one of those people that, you know, doesn't really like that aspect, maybe go for the Snow White. Otherwise, personally, I think it's cool. I've got a Charvel Warren Diamartini snakeskin guitar, exact same thing from where I've been playing it. It's almost worn in. It's like an old friend in a way, so that is cool. The body is made of mahogany. One thing I will say is that, you know, for something that's such a large guitar, a little bit cumbersome at times, it is very, very lightweight. I was very, very surprised by that when I picked it up. So mahogany body, we have very, very simple controls, no tone control. It's a metal guitar, we ain't got time for that. So the further away knob here, that controls the bridge volume, whereas the one closer to us, that controls the neck. A little bit strange at first. Typically, you know, it would be master volume and then tone. So, you know, when you're playing, especially on the bridge position, you got to turn the volume down and it does nothing. It's a little bit funny at first, but obviously that's James's preference, and it's something that's easily, you'll easily get used to. So we have two volume controls. We have a three-way toggle, very, very simple. So bridge, in the middle, and then over to the neck. Super, super simple. Moving on, let's talk about the pickups. So we've got the EMG, again, James Hetfield signature headset. So of course, you know, we associate, especially 80s Metallica, with you know, the 8185 or the 8160 set. These are based off those pickups, but just to James's to his certain, you know, things that he likes about them. I believe they're basically more aggressive, they have more attack, but a tighter lower end as well, so it doesn't get muddy and flabby. So, yeah, I really can't say anything bad about these pickups. They sound great, they give you that sound, and they actually pull a pretty decent clean sound as well, which we'll hear shortly. So that is the electronics. Now we can talk about the hardware. So this is it's the Tone Pros locking tune-o-matic and stop bar tailpiece. What's great about the locking aspect is basically there are small grub screws on the edges of both the stop bar tailpiece and the bridge that lock it into place. There are some people that will tell you that this makes it a tighter fit, which makes the guitar resonate more, you know, acoustically. Which, I don't know if you can hear that, but it is super resonant. But the most important aspect here is that when we take all the strings off to restring it, normally, you know, if we don't have this locking action, all the parts are going to fall off. Being a satin finish, that could even damage it, but it's just more annoying when it, you know, falls on the floor and goes under the couch or something. So basically, it locks it in place. Super, super handy. I don't know why every guitar doesn't come standard like that, but great feature there. That is all of the body specs. Of course, we just have a battery cavity because the pickups are active on the back. Control cavity. We just have standard buttons on this guy as well. Let's move up the guitar. So the neck this is a 3-piece mahogany, so matching the body. This is again just going to make the guitar light, and I like to give it sort of a dark sort of character. The neck profile is a thin U. Super, super comfortable, not super skinny like an Ibanez Wizard, but, you know, not like obviously a big 50s neck or something. Again, because it's satin, it plays super, super quick. Great for sort of lightning speed rhythms and getting all over the fretboard. So that's the back of the neck. Moving on to the other side, we have a Mikasa, however you want to say it, ebony fretboard. It's dark. Personally, I like that Mikasa Ebony sort of has a certain bit of character to it. It's not super black like something you'd see on like an E2. It does have a sort of a bit of stripiness to it, and it even goes with the Camo Satin finish as well. So, bit of justification there for you. I personally dig it. The fretboard radius, I believe it's 350mm, which ends up being just above 13 inches, fairly flat, which again, being a rhythm guitar, perfect for that sort of stuff. We've got 22 extra jumbo frets, I believe they are. They are not stainless steel, these guys are nickel, but correct me if I'm wrong, I don't even think his ESP custom models come with stainless steel frets, so they're not for everyone. So yes, 22 extra jumbo frets. Getting up to the 22nd fret is a bit of a struggle, but, you know, if you know James Hetfield, and you probably do, not so much a lead player, or if he is playing, he's not exactly shreddy and going up there. We leave that for Kirk's 24 fret models. But in terms of playing rhythms, super, super easy. We've just got, they look like perloid dots, and of course we've got the Snakebyte logo on the 12th fret. Very, very classy and surrounded by dots. And we've just got classic white dots on the side of the neck. Moving on to the headstock, it is I believe it's an injection molded nut, or just a molded nut. Not going to be bone or anything, as you would expect on higher level models or even Graphtec. The truss rod cover, we have the well-known JH, James Hetfield signature. The LTD logo is sort of like that really, really cool raised logo. It's not exactly a graphic, it's actually attached. We have the matching Kuiu Camo Satin on the headstock here as well. Satin, very, very nice, just very cool, very classy. On the back of the headstock we have LTD locking tuners. This guy is made in Korea as well. It seems to be luck of the draw whether you're going to get a Korean or an Indonesian. I was under the understanding they were leaning more towards Korea nowadays, but I think it depends on, you know, who has materials or who has build slots open to make something. I understand a lot of people do prefer Korean guitars, but the fact of the matter is that I've played lots of great Indonesian guitars, I've played lots of Korean guitars, and I find companies are having to take things more seriously nowadays, so it's more so about the QC and the actual build that goes into something, the specs, which as we've just covered, this guy has pretty much everything going on for it. So yeah, that's it. Let's have a listen to it. At the moment, I'm heading into my EVH 5156L6 50 head. This is the Ivory, it's the original spec model, and I'm going into my Boss WAZA tube amp expander, which is an attenuator with a 412 cab sim. Pushing it in front, I've got my Rodenberg TB Drive Shakedown Special, basically a TS9, sort of TS8 vibe. It's the signature overdrive of Tyler Bryant. Enough talking, let's start off on the bridge pickup, we'll move on to the middle and then the neck, and then we'll go through some clean sounds as well. See you soon, guys. Cheers. Like I said before, it's not super easy to get up to these higher frets. I want to say around the 17th fret you can bend, but good luck getting above that. Just because, you know, basically your hand ends up hitting the this longer horn here, but again, it's a Hetfield. We're here for, you know, big chunky rhythms. That's the bridge. I'll give you one little quick sample of that again, and then we'll take things to the middle. That covers it. It's not a super complicated guitar, but I almost like that about it. You don't have to worry about all these different push-pull configurations and, you know, coil splitting and all that. It's just a balls to the walls, metal rhythm guitar, super resonant. I will say it comes with 10 to 46 gauge strings, and I forgot to say it's a 24 3/4 typical like Gibson scale length. And the strings are super slinky, so I would probably go for an 11 to 48 set just to tighten things up a little bit more. Otherwise, that's the gain sounds. I'll switch on over to some clean and just give you guys an idea of what this guy can pull. See you in a sec. Alright, so I've jumped over to channel 1 on the EVH. I've kicked on my Electro Harmonix Cathedral reverb and my Boss DD200 delay, just for a bit of ambiance. Now we'll start off on the neck and work our way through. And that just about covers it for this guitar. As you've heard, 3 distinct tones. We've got pretty decent clean sounds. Like I said, it's, you know, it's a metal guitar, so we're not exactly going for, you know, super spanky boutique cleans, but it pulls it off when you need it for the odd bridge or perhaps the intro of a song. But mainly what we are here for is just great tight rhythms, you know, super aggressive, but not without getting too muddy. And this guy pulls it off flawlessly. If you're not sold yet, let me tell you right now, it comes in a matching camo case. And that's just a super cool feature. Of course, you can't buy the case elsewhere. And I should mention as well, I believe proceeds go to, it's Metallica's charity, which I think is called All Within My Hands. I'll correct that if I'm wrong. But just, yeah, like I said, matching camo case and the proceeds go to charity. You really can't go wrong with this guy. So look, if you've enjoyed the video today, feel free to hit the like button or even to subscribe. It's just a click of a button, but it does actually help. Otherwise, I've been Ollie Royer. I'll see you next time, guys. Cheers.